In a tree by the silent creek, the lonely mopo cries, but his run is left too late, and the field mouse dies. In a flash the mirror breaks, sending ripples through the skies, and the pretty silver fish is the darter's prize. Oh, the pelican drifts in endless flight, and the coolabah shivers in the wind tonight. Takes his place, and he calls the gambler's name, and he lays the cards face down for the final game. And the stakes are running high as the dealer makes his call, and the gambler takes his throw and loses all. Let me lay above the stony earth, hear the final cry of the parrot's mirth. Spreading stately tree, read a verse from the holy book to comfort me. For my time is running out, like the ebbing of the tide. Place my pistol in my hand and stay by my side. The pelican drifts in endless flight, and the coolabah shivers in the wind tonight.
Now people tell you Queensland is a place of heat and dust. That ain't at all exactly true, believe me if you must. 'Cause it snows at Wallangarra and up past Girraween, and if you go there in the winter time you'll feel just what I mean. The wind comes up from New South Wales, it ain't exactly nice, because it brings upon its blast big mobs of snow and ice. You'll shiver all the flaming night and all the chilly day, despite your thermal underwear if you go down Yuki Way. Yes, you can take my word for it and hang me if I lie, but the monkeys sing soprano around Stanthorpe in July. If you should walk down High Street all empty and forlorn on a foggy day in August, just at the break of dawn, well, you'll come upon the pawnbrokers, a dreadful frightening sight. The 3 brass balls have all dropped off and vanished in the night. You can take my word for it and hang me if I lie, but the monkeys sing soprano around Stanthorpe in July. The kangaroos have all gone north until the winter's over. They won't be back from Mossman till the middle of October. The only sound of wildlife is the awful quacking shriek of stupid ducks as they come to land in icy Quart Pot Creek. You can take my word for it and hang me if I lie, but the monkeys sing soprano around Stanthorpe in July. So back up to the big log fire and warm your frozen bum, and toast the good old summertime in pints of Bundy rum. Course they talk about the heat and dust and tropics lush and green, the silly folk who've never froze to death at Girraween. You can take my word for it and hang me if I lie, but the monkeys sing soprano around Stanthorpe in July.
You can take his word for it,
too right,
hang him if he lies, but the monkeys sing soprano around Stanthorpe in July.
The monkeys sing soprano around Stanthorpe in July.
There's a hotel in St Kilda that overlooks the sea. There's a picture window frontage, shows the sunset to advantage. And I'm sitting here at evening and looking out to sea, wondering in the meantime if you'll come back to me. There's a lighthouse on the water where we used to sit and drink. You'd say that you were half stoned, and then we'd try to swim home. But I'm sitting here at evening and looking out to sea, wondering in the meantime if you'll come back to me. St Kilda nights and harbour lights, all is calm and all is bright. I wish that you were here with me tonight. And when I see your face, I'll have to say, I want you back, I'll make you stay. I wish that you were here with me tonight. There's a lady selling flowers from the kiosk by the quay. She's always singing songs about two lovers who go wrong. The couples on the esplanade all looking at the moon. It's a long time since I've seen you, I hope I see you soon. Your face is in the window, It's everywhere I look. There's no one left to phone. There's no point in going home. So I'm sitting here at evening and looking out to sea, wondering in the meantime if you'll come back to me. St. Kilda nights and harbor lights, all is calm and all is bright. I wish that you were here with me tonight. And when I see your face, I'll have to say, I want you back, I'll make you stay. I wish that you were here with me tonight. I wish that you were here with me tonight.
This could be America on a new superhighway. It goes on forever, it seems. But I can still see the curve of the old 31 where I dreamt my Australian dream. But I know it's not America by the names and the faces, the familiar line of the sky. I'll be staying tonight at the TV motel on the road. Whoa, whoa, Tugunda guy. This could be America, the noise on the radio, the sound of tomorrow today. I'll turn it down, though some like the sound of the voices from far, far away. I know it's not America when I look around and see everything so bone dry. I'll stop for a drink at the TV motel on the road. Whoa, whoa, Tugunda guy. Tugunda guy. This could be America when the road signs all tell me all the places that I need to be. Just up ahead there's the city of the future. You can enter and win it for free. But I know it's not America when the little dog barks as a busload of masters goes by. They'll be staying tonight at the TV motel on the road. Whoa, whoa, Tugunda guy. On the road, whoa, whoa, Tugunda guy. Tugunda guy.
bark and blue gum and peppermint tar. There is many another, but dearest to me, and the king of them all was the stringy bark tree. Then of stringy bark slabs were the walls of the hut, and from stringy bark saplings the rafters were cut, and the roof that long sheltered my brothers and me was of broadsheets of bark from the stringy bark tree. And when saw timber homes were built out in the west, there for walls and for ceilings his wood was the best, and for shingles and palings to last while men be, there was nothing on earth like the stringy bark tree. Far up the long gullies the timber trucks went, over tracks that seemed hopeless by bark hut and tent, and the gaunt timber finder who rode at his ease led them on to a gully of stringy bark trees. Now still from the ridges by ways that are dark come the shingles and palings they call stringy bark. Though you ride through long gullies, on 12 months you'll see but the old whitened stumps of the stringy bark tree. There's the white box and pine on the ridges afar, where the ironbark and blue gum and peppermint are. There is many another, but dearest to me, and the king of them all was the stringy bark tree. The king of them all was the stringy bark tree.
stormed through the door of the Maori pub, just appeared one day, walked in from the scrub, had a cigarette swag and a raging thirst. Took 3 days before he first spoke a word to any of us. Said he didn't want to cause no fuss. When I heard his name I knew that he was the last of the pack horse bagmen. He was the last of the pack horse bagmen. When he was young he was a member of the Ragged 13. He told of the places and the things he'd seen. We spoke of the bloke he might have been, but he'd become a pack horse bagman. He'd worked on the big runs way out west, Wayville, Inverway, all the rest. Riding one horse, leading two, but he was giving the game away. He said, I'm hanging up my spurs and I'm heading out to Birdsville. Sit on the banks of the Diamantina, they can bury me there one day. When I have to carry pliers to cut them fencing wires, the country's getting too civilized, so I'm giving the game away. He was the last of the pack horse bagmen. The last of the pack horse bagmen. He spent 10 days in the old Maori, and I tell you, mate, it was good to see the pack horse bagman spinning these yarns, talking all day and night. Then he hitched a ride on the Birdsville Mail, and here's the end of my little tale. As the big truck lumbered out of sight, he was singing with all his might. I'm hanging up my spurs and I'm heading out to Birdsville. Sit on the banks of the Diamantina, they can bury me there one day. When I have to carry pliers to cut them fencing wires, the country's getting too civilized, so I'm giving the game away. I'm hanging up my spurs and I'm heading out to Birdsville. Sit on the banks of the Diamantina, they can bury me there one day. When I have to carry pliers to cut them fencing wires, the country's getting too civilized, so I'm giving the game away. I'm hanging up my spurs and I'm heading out to Birdsville. Sit on the banks of the Diamantina, they can bury me there one day. When I have to carry pliers to cut them fencing wires, the country's getting too civilized, so I'm giving the game away.
This is the land we come from, the roads and the streets we've grown up on. For we're a beat that is part of the heart of Australia, a beat that is part of the land that we love. And this is the land that feeds us in trouble and trial, heals us. For we're a beat that is part of the heart of Australia, a beat that is part of the land that we love. We are of the land we stand upon. Join the singers of this land song. We're an old dream moving on in one land, Australia. And this is the land that forms us. When we're away, it calls us to a beat that is part of the heart of Australia. join the singers of this land song. We're an old dream moving on. In our land, Australia, we're an old dream moving on. In our land, Australia, our land, Australia. This is the land we come from.
As I went out to have a bat just the other day, I had no idea what was coming my way. I played a chanceless innings and I earned every run, and I made 100 in the backyard at Mum's. Oh, I made 100 in the backyard at Mum's. I clobbered and I crunched every fabulous run. I toiled and I sweated, and when the day was done, I'd made 100 in the backyard at Mum's. I started out real shaky, like just poking around. Me sister with her off breaks, well, she had me pinned down. But when me little brother bowled, I gave him the clout. And when we stopped for lunch, I was 24 not out. Then me Uncle Nev came on bowling his quicks, but I was scoring freely with deflections and flicks. As I passed me 50, I paused for a beer, and when I hit the roof next door, they all began to cheer. 'Cause I made 100 in the backyard at Mum's. I clobbered and I crunched every fabulous run. I toiled and I sweated, and when the day was done, I'd made 100 in the backyard at Mum's. I took some on the body, but they didn't hurt a bit. I only hit the ball that was there to be hit. I hooked them off me eyebrows and I tried to keep me head, and the ton came up with a straight drive through the window of the shed. Oh, I made 100 in the backyard at Mum's. I clobbered and I crunched every fabulous run. I toiled and I sweated, and when the day was done, I'd made 100 in the backyard at Mum's. He made 100 in the backyard at Mum's.